Hey everyone! Today I have a juicy new piece of D&D news just for you. The short version is this, that Wizards of the Coast has been caught using art created by artificial intelligence in their upcoming book, Bigby Presents Glory of Giants. But it's a lot more interesting than it sounds on the surface, so we're going to dig into all of it here today on Straight from the Horse's Mouth. Okay, so first up, what is the actual controversy? Basically, it's this. You know the upcoming book, Bigby Presents Glory of Giants? Because I was only vaguely aware of its existence, because despite being an avid fan of D&D, I had kind of stopped paying close attention to the official content after the last several controversies and lackluster releases. I had only passingly heard of it because my Facebook ads are exclusively DICE and D&D related content. Ah, the algorithm knows me too well. And speaking of algorithms, as Wizards of the Coast began releasing content for Glory of Giants, it surfaced pretty quickly that several of the pieces of art in it were generated using AI. They had all the telltale signs, weird hands and feet, half-axe, half-wolf abominations, and really neat-looking Celtic knotwork that really was just lines and blobs when you took a closer look at it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Up until this point, I had figured it was just yet another faceless corporate executive trying to save an extra hundo for their bonus check by having their 12-year-old nephew type "cool giant with sword" into an AI engine somewhere. But it's different, and probably not that cut and dry. The artist credited with the pieces in question is Ilya Shkipin, who has done plenty of other work for Wizards in the past, including art pieces for previous D&D books and for their Magic the Gathering's trading card game. Ilya apologized, claiming he only used AI to enhance some certain aspects of the art, and he posted some of the moderately completed pieces, pre-AI generation, as support for this story. That said, he's also been outspoken about his enthusiasm for AI art and NFT art recently, but more on that at the end of the video. Now, Wizards of the Coast's official statement is that they were unaware of the use of AI, which I'll swing back to that in a moment as well, but the short of it is this, that they've agreed to update their art standards to eliminate AI from their content, and they're working with Ilya to redo the pieces in question. As for their knowledge of the use of AI, I see a few possibilities, and I don't particularly like any of them. The first one is that they're lying to their customer base, and that they've approved this all along in an attempt to get more work out of the same artists. Now, I see this as the less likely of the options, and not really a major possibility, but definitely one worth mentioning just the same, given the company's track record over the last few years. Now, the second big option that I see is that Ilya Shkipin has been getting into AI art recently, and thought they'd save some time on these pieces, and go from a sketch to a finished product without the time involved in the detail work of a fully rendered piece. And let me tell you, on some level, I get it. There's a reason the horse that you see before you is made up of simple shapes and zero shading. Rendering is hard work. But also, that's kind of their job, so I expect them to put that work in. Especially when AI has already been threatening to replace countless artists across numerous mediums over the last few months. Now, there's a third possibility that's sort of between these two, and that is that pressure from Wizards of the Coast may have reduced the amount of time that this artist had to finish their pieces. But regardless of which option is the closest to the truth, these all leave one big issue for me. Wizards either knew about the use of AI, which isn't okay, or that their quality control didn't notice that one of their extremely skilled artists had put human feet on a wolf, which also isn't okay, but for different reasons. Now, I don't profess to be an expert in art or in business. I'm just a dude that pretends to be a horse on the internet and plays way too much D&D. But realistically, I don't like any of these possibilities, and I really hope that this long string of massive f***ups by Wizards of the Coast will have them taking a long, hard look at how they create content going forward. I really want to see them do well. I absolutely love this game. But as long as they keep charging $50+ for a book of vague suggestions and publishing AI art in these books, I can't support them with my hard-earned money. But that's enough of me ranting. I won't apologize, but I will say that I think I need to end this video before I use my bonus action to rage. See what I did there? No, it really wasn't that funny, was it? Anyway, this has been one of the latest D&D controversies brought to you straight from the horse's mouth. Find some shade and stay hydrated, because it's a hot horse summer out there. Bye.